Hello everyone, welcome back to another PrizeCP Roblox Studio tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to try and answer one of our viewers' questions. In our prior tutorial, how to change Roblox starter character, a viewer asked, I'm trying to set a dummy to anyone that spawns into the game to change into their own avatar. It's for a cutscene game, can you help? Yes, my friend, today we're going to do a tutorial and hopefully it will help. So basically, when a character spawns into the game, we want to replace the image of the dummy with the image of the character that spawns into the game. First thing we're going to need is we're going to need to add a dummy to our game. So let's go to plugins, build rig, and let's pick an R15. We can pick a Orthro normal. So there's my dummy. Now if your dummy has like green dots on it and you don't like to see green dots, you can just go to the model menu tab and go to the constraints section, click on it and remove the constraint details. So now there are no green dots on the dummy. Next thing I want to do is I want to rotate the dummy so it's facing me, because right now it's facing the back. So I'm going to rotate it and now it's facing me. Next thing we want to do is we want to catch the characters as they spawn into the game. So each character that spawns into the game, we want to copy the characters and we want to replace the dummy with the character that spawns into the game. Let's now go to our server script service. We're going to add a script. And to catch the character that joins the game, we need to add a character added event. So first we're going to need a player added event. Game.players.player added connect to a function. And remember, the player is automatically passed in. Next, we're going to use this player that is being passed in to get the character added event. So we're going to say player.character added connect to a function. And in this case, the character is automatically passed in. Now let's declare our dummy. So we're going to have local dummy equals to game.workspace.dummy. Alright, so this dummy variable here is going to reference to our dummy in the workspace. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of the character that is coming in, right? And then I'm gonna delete this old dummy and I'm going to replace the old dummy with the new dummy, which is the copy of the character that joins the game. Let's now declare a new dummy. I'm going to say local new dummy equals to character clone. Our new dummy is going to be a replicated copy of the character that joins the game. Next thing I want to do is I want to place the new dummy at the exact location of the old dummy. So in order to do that, I'm going to copy the old dummy humanoid root part, and I'm going to set the new dummy's humanoid root part to be the same as the old dummy's humanoid root part. So we're going to say new dummy dot humanoid root part dot cframe equal to the old dummy dot humanoid root part dot cframe. So this statement is going to place the new dummy at the exact location of the old dummy. We no longer need the old dummy. We can just remove it. So we're gonna say dummy colon destroy. So we're removing the old dummy because the new dummy is replacing the old dummy. Next thing we want to do, we want to rename the new dummy to dummy. So we're gonna say new dummy dot name, and we're gonna set that equals to dummy. And don't forget to move our new dummy to the workspace. New dummy dot parent equals to game dot workspace. The reason we have to rename this new dummy to dummy exactly like this is because when the next player, the next character spawns into the game, we're gonna need to get this new dummy here, right? To replace it with another new dummy. So that's why we need to rename this new dummy to dummy. Let us now play and take a look. So here I am, and I'm gonna run to the dummy. Whoa, my dummy is in the air. Okay, so two things. I need to move my dummy down, and also my dummy didn't take the image of the character that spawns into the game. Look at the dummy, it didn't take the image of my character. Let's take a look at the output window, see if we have any error in the output. And look at that, we do have an error. Attempt to index nil with humanoid root part. Oh, and we've seen this error before, right? In our prior tutorial where we learned about archivable property, right? We've seen this error. So let's check our character to see if our character is archivable. So I'm gonna click on my character here, and look at that, my character is not archivable, and that's why we cannot clone the character. So let's go back to the script now. We have two things to fix, right? First thing we need to fix is we need to move this dummy down to the base plate. And the second thing is we need to turn on this archivable property of the character. Turn on collision. I need to select the dummy, right? And we're gonna move the dummy down to the base plate. Number one on the list is fixed. Let's go to number two. I'm gonna go back to the script, and we need to turn on the archivable property of my character before I clone it. So here I'm cloning the character. So in here I need to insert a statement to say character dot archivable property, right, equals to true. Let's take a look. Hopefully everything's fixed. And there is the dummy, and look at that, it changed. So it has the color of my shirt, but that's about the only thing that it has. It doesn't have all the other features that I have. So maybe the reason for that is because as the character spawns into the game, it's still gonna need more time to dress the character with all the accessories and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert a wait here to give it some time for the character to dress before we clone the character. Let's play again and take a look. And there it is, look at that. It looks much more like me this time than the last time. In fact, it looks exactly like me. So now the dummy has transformed into the character that spawned into the game. The only thing is, you see it has like my name here. If you want to remove that, we can remove that. In the humanoid object, there's a property called display distance type. So we want to change the new dummy's humanoid object, and we want to change the display distance type to enum dot display distance type dot none. We're changing the display distance type of the new dummy to none, which means it's not going to show the name on top of the dummy's head. And one more thing I like to add here is after we have changed the archivable property of the character to clone the character, once I'm done, I no longer need it to be true, so I'm just going to return it back to false. So character.archivable equals to false. Even though if we leave it as true, it shouldn't really matter in this case, because we're not doing anything to copy the character or anything. But, you know, just to return it back to the way it was before is good practice. So let's do that. All right, let's play and take a look. I have spawned into the game, and let me go and check the dummy. Look at that. The dummy has the ice cream cone in the back as well. It has everything that I have. Looks exactly the same as me. The only thing now is it doesn't have the name tag on top of the head anymore because we have removed it. The next thing I want to do is I want to test it with 2 players just to make sure that it's working, right? Because now we're testing with one character that spawns into the game. It seems to be working, but how do we know it's gonna work with 2 players? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna publish this to Roblox and we're gonna test it in the real game. I'm gonna press play. And here we are. I have spawned into the game, and let me go and check my character. There it is. The dummy has turned into me. Now we're gonna need a second player to spawn into the game, and let's see if the dummy changes to the other character. And here it is. Another character has spawned into the game. And let me see. Let me move the other character to the dummy. As you can see, the dummy has changed to a different character already, but I just want to show you the new character that has spawned into the game. And there is the new character that has spawned into the game. They look exactly the same. And everyone, that's how you turn the dummy into each character that spawns into your Roblox game. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. Take care.